Okay. It has been a while since I've been playing Timber and Stone. And immediately off to Goblins. Excellent. Perfect. Couldn't hope for anything better. Well, let's see if we can just get see if we can get some guards over on the way. We have 2 infantrymen. I remember at some point that we lost. Oh, I have a cat that would like attention, or at least lap, I guess. 2 separate needs there. Come on up. And of course, the cat's going to sit on my mute, my ability to control my mute, as is the way. Oh, you have new buttons, basically new mod-related buttons? Because I saw a thing basically talking about what some changes for mods, for moderators. Okay, going to figure a way for you to exist, cat, without you like puncturing my stomach. I do not need acupuncture. Okay, we'll try to make this work. Now the goblin, I have them hunting, of course, is now swimming, which is not helpful. Oh, that's a problem. Whatever we want you to not be. We do not want you murdered by goblins. That would be bad. Of course, so many goblins. Yeah, so I'm definitely not actually expecting anyone to tune in today. I feel like it is very unlikely that we'll have people tune in on a Wednesday when guys, hunt down the goblin that you are charging. It's going to really suck if you get shot to death because you guys get distracted while you're engaging someone. Yeah, so I have a basically there's two videos for this channel that are ready to go up. You had new YouTube streaming options. I don't know. Yeah, it's Wednesdays are slow when people are expecting a stream, but without there being expectation of a stream, I'm not really expecting anyone. But that is fine because I am not streaming because I mean I am partly streaming because I have been unable to stream my usual Mondays. but more so just comes down to I'm going to be playing video games, so I may as well stream it. Of course, then there's another new goblin. I think I accidentally named the stream correctly. It was definitely just off of a guess, but feeling very confident with that the name I chose is correct. Hey Michael, how's it going? I have no clue what the temperature is today. So right around the freezing mark. Well, it's got to have at least been freezing here because it's too cold for the snow to have been melting when I went out. But I have no clue how freezing was. I think it was. Oh, Goblin has been spotted by Bruce. All right. So many goblins. Guess we should also deal with objects, storage, metal. Let's put up another minecart. Apparently I have more metal than I have storage, which means they will not mine any more metal. Do you get like basically do you consistently get snow down there every year? What? Okay, something's going on. All right, well, that goblin can't hurt us currently, so we'll just let him be. There's something bugging up. This my guy's unable to harvest. All right, once or twice a year, yeah, that sounds. Wait, someone's shooting a bow. Is this goblin trying to shoot a bow? I can't see him right now, so I don't know. Yeah, okay, it's got to be either something with a bow is shooting at him, or he is shooting a bow. You're not really for the summer? Is that you're not ready for the summer, or Boar has died? Oh, he's Alright. I was wondering why I was getting info on a random boar, but it wasn't shooting at some random boar. It was shooting at my boar. Of course, now I'll have to deal with a skeleton. Nope. You are making really poor life choices. Do not attack the skeleton. There's a lot of things you should do before going after a skeleton. I'm glad they're heavily armored. I mean, I am definitely not ready for summer. I'm not ready for anything. Yeah. I have to make some big choices going into the summer, and I'm still not quite sure what my actual plan is. So, definitely not ready for the summer. Not really ready for the spring even. Goblins that just want to hang out in the river. That's a little bit obnoxious. I need to get an archer again. Remember, having a good archer and then losing my good archer. And until I get another individual with good eyesight, I don't know. Oh, and of course he's bugged out too. So yeah, he was just sitting there not actually building anything. It's weird, it seems like the longer you let a save sit in this game, even though it has not been updated in a long time, the longer you let it sit, the more bugged up it gets. Yes, I know you see. Oh, he sees a goblin and it's interrupting his building, which is obnoxious because that goblin's not moving. Are these goblins moving? It doesn't look like it. They're just hanging out in the river, being a pain in the butt. Actually, can I make you an archer? Not great, but okay. Let's see if I can just get you to maintain a bow, with just some low quality arrows. Then maybe you can take care of my goblin problem. You have 1.2 inches of ice. Now, is that 1.2 inches of snow or actually like ice? Never really heard people reference the depth of ice. People reference the depth of snow all the time, but not so much with ice. He is not actually maintaining a bow. Okay, how about we just turn him into an archer and see if that fixes the problem? Uh, I mean, you can tell me it's not SimCity, but spot the difference. I feel like the difference is whenever I try to SimCity, I'm dealing with more goblins. I mean, I feel like big choices life-wise, but one of the big life choices is choice of what I'm going to do job-wise. So, same difference. Okay. So is my archer actually going to go shoot anything? Now, my archer doesn't have a... Wait, do I have a bow in inventory? I guess I can't yell at him for not doing his job if... No, there's 2 longbows available. And there's crappy stone arrows available. He's just an idiot. Come on, Cole, get with it. Cole is my salvation. Actually, no, I had an archer that was fantastic. He had good eyes, and so he could basically hit targets from really far away before even aggroing targets. He was basically the perfect artillery. And he died. Just a little bit of random crappy luck. You should be pursuing what? I have no clue what this dude is doing. But he's no one like. Oh man, this entire game is just. I don't know that I can demote Cole. He already basically gets the do the job because no one else wants to do this job sort of stuff. Alright, I'm just putting him back to being a forager because he is useless. Okay. Alright, Dorothy. I am now going to count on you. Don't let me down. Yes, Cole's going to see all the goblins because he's going to go try to loot that one dead body that he seems to be unable to loot. Because there's too many goblins around and he doesn't want to loot them. But he also doesn't want to actually... Like, you are carrying nothing, but you also refuse to carry... Okay, let's get you down here. Maybe you can shoot a goblin and things will work out. Yeah, Cole is basically very much living that minimum wage life where it's like work just hard enough to not get fired, not hard enough to actually ever need to accomplish anything. Well, I'll just sit here and complain about how people just don't want to work anymore. And what I mean when no one wants to work anymore is I mean Cole. Cole specifically doesn't want to work anymore. Dorothy's fine. Oh, you are brave and stupid. So I like brave. I just don't like brave when it's combined with stupid. There's a reason why. Let's see. What horrible thing? Oh yeah. So Adelia is clumsy. So the reason that Adelia is my uh, woodchopper is because she is clumsy. Because if I liked her, she would have a better job. Because she will eventually die. She will eventually come across a goblin or a skeleton, and she will try to kill it, and she will lose. Yes, Dorothy. In your quest to slay goblins, you are going to see goblins, but thank you for telling me. Oh, yes, Adelia. I was just talking about how you're going to get yourself killed shortly. So now you run away. The 2 infantry are going to charge this. The 2 infantry are going to charge this. How about you go stand guard? All right, so military, have a guard post up here for archers, have a guard post down there for infantry. You're standing in guard positions, but not standing in your guard position. This seems decidedly unhelpful. It's one of those things of this game is not a great game. And one of the things that makes it not a great game is the fact that you have to micromanage your villagers so much. Well done, Dorothy. No, goblins will just sit there forever and swim. Goblins do not drown. More so, the goblins were chasing me across the river, and then halfway across the river, I think they may have forgotten what they were doing. Okay, let's turn this into a livestock pen. Even though it's a terrible livestock pen because it is, well, all cobblestone. But we will deal with the specifics of that later. Which I guess I need. It's not workshops, is it? Yeah, feeding trough. It is a workshop. Feeding trough as a workshop seems silly. But who am I to complain? We're just going to mute the tabs. Actually, we're going to read. Nope. Enough reading and moving on. That is not a current problem. And if it's not a current problem, it's not a me problem. I mean, if they're hydrophobic, you'd think that would mean that the water would basically just like push away from them and then they would sink to the bottom. They could then walk across the bottom the way that the skeletons do. Which I would love it if that's the way it worked. That'd be amazing. I have questions about, like, you can see the enemy, but you're really just going to go, nope, can't shoot it. All right, you know what? You can go back to being a herder. You did enough of your job as an archer to be useful. Yeah, so that's, I have noticed that it defaults to top chat, but with the level of chat going on right now, that should still show you all of the chat. No, I don't want to do terrain. I want to do, we will do full timber. Plug the holes. Oh yeah, it's time for the great animal exodus. You guess the chat is still not working on the screen? What do you mean? All right, it's gonna be time to move the. I want to move the garden down. For me to move the garden down, I need to have dirt down here. Yeah, like the chat on the screen, I don't use that. I could, I guess, set it up, but I have not used it. So I feel like I missed something on the last Juan's last stream. I'm not sure why he would stop using it. I don't know what happened to you to make you no longer want to use it. Let's see, this is pavestone, was it? No, that doesn't look like pavestone. That looks like, no, it's not cobblestone. Maybe it is pavestone, but not pavestone brown, pavestone gray. Well, let's put a layer of this down and see what that looks like. You blame Milo? I am very, yes. Sounds like it is Milo's fault. I definitely believe that it could be Milo's fault entirely. No evidence required. Definitely, I do imagine the next time that I am online at the same time as Milo, I'll get an earful for not having streamed for a while. I also need to put some storage for not metal for masonry. Let's just do 4 right there, and then let's do for wood as well. Yeah, my days have been very full of swords. No complaints there. And I can guarantee you, if I somehow find a way to fill the day with more swords, I'm going to do that. What I just need to do is find some way to get streaming and running this YouTube channel to pay enough that I can stream and make videos during the day and then go do swords in the evening. Considering our current 200 subscriber count, I feel like that might not be in the cards currently. We might be a little bit off of that. All right, if I deconstruct that, a wolf has appeared. That. All right, we'll see how this goes. Wolves are almost never a wolf. Wolves are almost always a pack of wolves. Oh, now the goblins gotten brave. So let's charge that enemy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Shep on this one. Definitely feel like it is a leaving the house, so it becomes not worth it. Yeah, not long ago I was talking with somebody who was going, "Do you really need winter tires to be going between Vancouver and the Okanagan during the winter?" And I was just thinking, I'm like, I can't. The people who are doing it on like mud and snow tires, which are legal technically, I do believe anyway, because I know like between Kelowna and Penticton, you can get away with just mud and snow tires. On a snowy day, that's terrible. That is absolutely useless. All right, well, hopefully that was the rest of the pack of wolves I was missing from the one. All right, time to dig all this up. Of course, this is going to come with some, we'll call them growing pains. Might not be the most accurate way to describe it, but that's what we're going to go with. Now the part that I'm really sad about is this little covered wagon. There's no way to build that covered wagon. So when I change elevation here, I'm going to lose the covered wagon. Which is sad, because I don't want to lose the covered wagon. It's a nice covered wagon. Yeah, it was last week. I want to say this happened last week, but I don't remember anymore. But it was heavy snow and ice, and the ski resort was just having all the trees. All the trees were having a bit of a nap. Which, if nothing else, I think is certainly relatable. Definitely, I'm like, I haven't seen my wood chopper in a while. Let's make sure they're still alive. They are still alive. Excellent. Yeah, using power equipment while having to stand on top of ice is not has never made it into my like top 10 list of things I like to do. Clumsy quick learner. Nope, that is not worth the trade. The clumsy quick learner, which they can go away. We'll make do without them. You can't have untalented people when goblins keep knocking down your front door. Yeah, unless you can find a little pictogram that perfectly describes the situation of where you should not use it, it is the manufacturer's fault if you hurt yourself using it that way. I'm pretty sure that's the way that goes. Wait, do I only have one miner? No, I do not only have one miner. Everyone just... Wait. Are you kidding me? He is stuck inside that block. Oh, I wonder how long he would have been there before I noticed. He might have died of starvation inside that block if I hadn't actually gone looking for him. That is rude. Let's just do a quick inventory of our people. Make sure they haven't found themselves stuck in places they shouldn't be. Okay. I mean, the my Rapier Branch Marshal does expire in March here, so I can just add myself to the list of people trying to make Shep more responsible for things that Shep doesn't want to be responsible for. I mean, I feel like there's a list. Maybe there's not a list, but I definitely feel like there's a list. Okay. Oh, that might be where the pack of wolves ended up. They ended up getting in a fight with some skeletons, might be my guess. And I'm going to go ahead and just say the whatever they were fighting, whether it be skeletons or not, cer certainly did the better, like did the significant portion of the winning. Yeah, there it is. I mean, I wouldn't. My plan isn't to go to sleep for 6 weeks, but with the overall plan of basically taking some time away, it's more or less the same. Spend 2 weeks just not having to, basically not being required to think. Sorry, Mini Milo. Who's Mini Milo? I only know of Giant Milo. Oh, you guys are really earning your paycheck today. Why don't you go that way and, you know, just check, see if there's more skeletons. Spoiler alert, there's going to be more skeletons. There's always more skeletons. I mean, you wait long, you leave me at it long enough, there will probably be a groundhog flowchart. So yeah, it seems like the wolves and the skeletons are really at war with each other, and I can fully get behind this idea. I am not in the slightest offended by them not making me be the only one fighting them. I mean, I feel like my groundhog flowchart is basically sleep, wake up, regret, sleep. There's no need to add like go outside. I don't even care about the seeing the snow, just like getting up is enough of a pain. We don't need to make it worse by trying to add things like going outside. I'm telling you, you don't have to just save yourself a step, but I think there's room to save yourself a step there. But yeah, it's say on the upside of the time that I disappear, have at the very least make sure this channel gets of course, dang it, whatever, this will be fine. Made sure that this channel actually gets some videos in the meantime. I've already made some videos, but they'll be scheduled to release. Say, oh, what is Doom saying? Doom's comments are being held for review. How dare he say the S word? Unless it's triggering on the C word. So hard to tell. And more skeletons. How lovely. Got a lovely bunch of skeletons. See, I like the S word. I like the S word, where the S goes in front of word, because then the word becomes much better by having an S attached to the front of it. So my favorite is when people find some way to use step basically to take the chef's example. So like sugar cookie fudge biscuit is great, but what makes it even better is if you start with something like sugar cookie and then basically carry on and turn it into a curse where you basically go sugar cookie fuck biscuit, because that just makes it more fun. Basically, don't actually censor it, just add more words and make sure there's cursing in the middle of it. And we need to charge that and that. Uh, yep. Can't get a break in the skeleton war. See, what you just need to do is take what little verbiage you know from Longsword and just use it. So you're just saying like random German words that don't have any particular meaning. You can just sit there and be like, something's going wrong. Just be like, Krumpau. People are automatically going to assume you're swearing. You'll be sitting there going, oh, what the schwert. Uh, what a wonderful, lovely bunch of mature individuals we are. Adults as far as the eye can see. Of course, there's, oh yeah, we already knew about that skeleton. Get to the part where you get smashing skeletons flat. I mean, honestly, with your job, I feel like the running philosophy is that if they can just get the work done with less people, it's you guys are just going to get better at working with less until eventually you can do everything with no staff at all. Why don't we domesticate the boar that's hanging out right next to the pen? And no reason to walk way the heck out there. Well, it was, so when I worked at Honda, I was the least experienced tech. Like I was the tech that had worked there at that specific shop for the least amount of time the entire time I was there. I mean, technically there was some I'd put in 10 years. Technically there was a tech who put in 9 years, but that extra year I was basically just doing detailing. I was not actually working in the shop. So for working in the shop, I had basically put in the least amount of time. And when I left, or basically within 1 year of me, or 1.5 years of me leaving, there was only 2 people that I worked with who are the same. I guess no, if I'm forgetting some of the departments, there's 3 people. 3 people in that dealership are still there from before me. Uh, and this includes sales, service, parts, management, everything. So it was just a case of they had a really strong group. People were staying there for decades, and then it changed, and then no one stayed. Yeah, and there is currently a shop that I think is a very good shop. It's always had, like, it's been a small shop, but it's always had a good reputation that is currently hiring that I'm very strongly considering applying at. But the entire thing is I don't think I can stay working there over the summer. So I'm hesitant to apply to a place I really like and then not be able to stay. And then there's some other options where the pay isn't as good, but I am basically, if I can't get hired there, it's simply going to be because I am way overqualified for the job. See, Michael is wait. I don't think you burst into flames at 40 degrees Fahrenheit. There for a second I thought Michael failed to put the Fahrenheit sign, but he did not. If you're melting at 40 degrees Fahrenheit, I have questions. I know you get hot quickly, but that seems a bit extreme. Because 40 degrees Celsius is ridiculous and no human being should ever be subjected to it. 40 degrees Fahrenheit, touch chillier than I like it. And we've filled up all of our metal again. Alright. Actually, we have a blacksmith. Let's get our blacksmith doing useful things. Oh, so much scrap metal. Let's turn it, so we got 40, so 46. Turns into 23. Oh, don't tell me he's not going to make anything metal because it takes metal. I need metal storage before he'll make. Yeah. This game, it's got its problems. I wish I could just dislike this game and move on. But the problem is, I really enjoy this game. Yeah, we use the significantly superior Celsius. You say 40 Celsius is nothing there, but I feel like it's not that it's nothing. It happens every summer. Therefore, you're used to it. But 40 degrees Celsius is still hot. Can you not stand on top of the other things that people need to mine? Like, I don't mean to question the way you do things, but I gotta say, I think it's there ought to be more efficient ways. Are you basically drawing attention to the fact that you said y'all? Because y'all is not Texan. Y'all is just a reasonable word to use. So anyone who doesn't use the word y'all should really consider. It's when you start getting into the hybrid words, like all y'all, or no, brain's blanking. But you can get more advanced than y'all, and it's a beautiful thing. Of course, I currently have a giant gap in my wall, so I hope goblins don't take advantage of it. As soon as we're down this one layer, the goblins won't be able to just walk down into my base. But until such a time, yes, the goblins could just walk down into my base. Might be a problem, but we're ignoring it right now, like most things. So that is definitely a thing of Crim strongly dislikes my use of the word y'all, which of course only reinforces my determination to use the word y'all. That we needed objects, miscellaneous, and resource crates. So I could assume that you're calling me a brat, but I also feel like that'd be a tad presumptuous, as there are certainly other options. He's all hat and no cattle. It is funny. I definitely have, like, the all hat, no cattle seems to apply to most cowboys I know. So I know that feeling. Get nothing done. Now, is the something you need to get done basically building your empire in Dwarf Fortress? Or I guess more so, letting the story of the empire being built up and then immediately crumbling. So I feel quite confident in saying that Doom is not from Texas. I could be wrong. I could learn things about Doom today, but how do I? Nope, that's cap locks. There. Let's not get them Let's not get them confused. I don't want them working on things until all this is secure from goblins. I don't want to distract them. Yeah, this is definitely not a game I pick because it's exciting for an audience. It really isn't. It's just a lot of the pickaxe and hoe sound over and over. I really feel like, so I need to try going medieval at some point. It seems like it might be a game that has this sort of overall feel and vibe to it, but done better. Hmm. All right, so we've dealt with the ingots. Let's turn some of our standard ingots into solid ingots. And then we'll turn some of those into strong ingots. So make 10 of those. We'll make 20 more with that. And we'll make another. Right. So each of these makes 2, so we'll make 20. I feel like those are good videos. People shouldn't watch them because if people watch them, they might get better, and I'm against that as a general rule of thumb. I'm gonna say that on Doom's behalf, I think the problem with 50 degrees Celsius or 120 degrees Fahrenheit is that that is a hellishly high temperature that no human being should be expected to exist at, regardless of whether it works fine for you, because that is just an unacceptable temperature. It's the same way people living in the Sahara Desert think that like 60 degrees is reasonable, and it most certainly is not. Keep trying to distract them. Should not do that. But have a good night, Jim. Sure, why not? We'll take it. Don't actually know what I'm going to do with that much ore. But we'll put it to good use. I have to say, for it being a Wednesday night, I was definitely not expecting anyone to be on the stream, much less, well, a lot of people actually. Well, I may as well put a tool chest down here. And we'll put down a food barrel. I suppose a few food barrels. And let's go ahead and put down a pile. We'll do that over here next to the thing, the livestock pen. Words are hard. That's something editing videos down. It kind of annoys me because I'm like, I'll be talking, and once I get past the fact that I sound like an idiot, which is probably just because I'm an idiot, I'm trying to edit it in so it's nice, concise, not with big gaps and a lot of ums and basically so like. And it's just there's always gaps and words, filler words, and it's like why can't I just say what I'm thinking? But the problem is that I don't think as fast as I can talk, I guess. I'm going to put so many minecarts here. Say, what are you fixing to sharp as a marble there, Juan? All right, a merchant again. I mean, we'll take it, but why? We've gone so long without a merchant. Now we're getting back-to-back merchants. Sounds illegal. Skeleton spotted. All right, you know your job. Go take down a skeleton. All right, more. No, so that's the same skeleton. That's fine. That's good. Being an archer is not a problem. These guys are armed up heavy enough that that's fine. Hopefully they don't take enough damage to be a problem. Nope, no damage. We are good. Go take down another skeleton. And we'll see what he carries. Another archer. I'm okay with this. We can handle 10 damage. Yeah, there's definitely a bit there where I was basically keeping track of some really good backhanded compliments. Just because it seemed like a sort of thing that I might just need randomly somewhere. The ability to very politely basically very politely kind of way to be very polite while being perhaps just a touch mean would be what I guess would be the best way to say it. Remember that time you were saying the thing I didn't care about? Yeah, that is now. I mean, snappy insult is all good and dandy. But I do prefer things that sound like compliments until you stop and think and go, oh. Oh, that was not a compliment at all. Alrighty, wolf. Where we find one wolf, we find too many dang wolves. because now we have 2 wolves. And 3 wolves. And 4 wolves. And this is still already too many wolves. Something tells me that merchant is going in the wrong direction. Did that merchant just vanish on me? That is rude. Oh, that's a problem. That is a... so close to not having wolves be able to come in here. So close. All I need is this little section here, like basically these 4 blocks, if they were gone. I should have just done that outer edge first. That would have been enough. Well, too late for too late for planning on not having the problem now. Now we just have to deal with the problem. Excuse me, sir. You're called on to do some work here. So many wolves. Like he's a bit of a monstrosity and can single shot anything short of a rhino. All right, have a good night, Michael. Okay, how about the farmers don't rush at the wolves. We let, am I missing something here? Should the guy with the sword not be the one hitting the wolf? Does this make sense to anyone else? Guy has, no. Yep, damn it. Should have been suspicious to where they were going. All right, so we've lost Harry. That one wolf is just on a killing streak. How about you get bent? Well, all we can do is dispose of the corpses and then get new animals to replace. Ah, the cruelty of it all. All right, well, how about instead of charging the wolves, you just don't? The wolves could just stop rolling in. It would be grand. It's kind of annoying because, like, against my guards, they're like a 0% of a threat. They just really don't even matter. But they still do enough damage that, man, does it sting. Just gonna deconstruct that. We'll move it over here. So hey pal goes over here. And then as soon as this is done, I guess we should look at turning all that hide into leather. And then I have a bunch of animal fur that I don't think I could do anything with other than make twine. Alright, so I'm gonna make like 120 twine. And then we'll take that 120 twine and turn it into like 30 rope. Which we'll try to sell, because what the hell else am I going to do with it? No, that's a lot more standard. 220 standard ingots. Got to increase my output here. There. Can't get to the minecart. Oh. These are accessed from the side. Alright. Let's deconstruct. Poorly thought out idea. Let's try again. Okay, back to farming for you. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I do love ones that could be taken as a compliment, as long as you don't really think about it too hard. Oh, is my herder probably... Yeah, my herder's probably carrying around a bow and arrows that they really don't need to. So we'll get them to drop that out of their inventory. feel like I might actually get best use of having a third farmer. I don't know how much food I need to lure in people right now, but I do feel like it's not. I feel like there's room to grow it faster than I am. We just need to wait for my fortress to no longer be vulnerable. It's painful enough when people come breaking down my front door. Speaking of doors, it really wouldn't hurt that much to put up a brace door, I don't think. Alright, well I'm just going to let this roll on, but I am going to AFK for a second and grab myself a drink. I'll be right back. Actually, I guess I do have a thing for this. It's got to be a mini BRB. Uh, Jeff has arrived late, I see. Now, I'd say normally you can't really arrive late to the stream unless you're the one hosting the stream. But you missed the shenanigans, really. So, I'd have to qualify that as late. What have I tangled up here? Okay. Got myself entangled. And no one died while I was gone. Excellent news. We only lost Harry, which was probably actually a catastrophic problem. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Harry was the miner with the strong back. So very much a big loss. I mean, I feel like Doom and Michael in the chat at the same time is certainly going to be more shenanigans than Jeff alone is capable of. Simply because Doom is Doom and Michael is Michael. Because Doom is nothing if not quick-witted. So wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. Oh no, that is exactly correct. All right. Now that I think about it, it's going to be big open fields, and I don't really want big open fields. So let's do that. Basically do 2 fields of 8. Or sorry, math real good here. 4 fields of 8. Yeah, the crazy cackling in the background is definitely a crafting spirit. So we'll let that get sorted out before we go anywhere else. I'm math real good. Although you got that wrong. The E and K are swap places. It's definitely there is a case of people really living up to their nickname. I'd love to have people not live up to their nickname, but some people are just really good at it. Well, then you'll be happy to know that mine is also not correct, just closer to being correct. Because I'm not willing to actually be correct on that either. All right, so we are down to, oh, there's still, so we killed everything except for one chicken. What a jerk. So we'll just do, this is livestock pen for it. No, never mind, that's a terrible idea. We will just leave this as livestock pen for now, entirely through and through. The livestock can live on cobblestone, even though it's probably terrible. Yeah, YouTube chat with Git. So I'm trying to think. I know that there are like some of the streamers are really making money. They have like this basically you can pay to chat, and that gives you additional options. And part of me wants to say that there's something like, it's not emojis, but it's something a bit more like it. Yeah, I still have. I've been using OpenShot Video to do my video editing. I'm not doing much. All I'm really doing is snipping out dead time. I'm not really doing much in the way of editing. It's just shortening 5 hours to 15 minutes. Actually, that's not even true. It's longer than that. But either way, I'm making it a bit more reasonable, but that's about it. But anyway, so using OpenShot, I don't need it to do much, but it would just really hang up whenever I'm like, oh, I want to see this as a waveform rather than a video, like a thumbnail clip. So I go, oh, maybe I'll update it. Maybe they'll fix it. It fixed it. Works great now. Unfortunately, now just randomly hangs up every time I interact with anything. So the thing I was hoping would get better got better, but like 3 other things got significantly worse, and I'm sort of regretting my choices. So Jeff, I'm surprised you can remember your birth. I can't. But then again, I guess you haven't seen much mental development since then. Oh, I totally forgot to get a guy to visit that merchant, but I'm really not heartbroken over it. There isn't really anything I need from a merchant at this particular time. Say we are 100% against bullying, except for when we're not. Hey noob, how's it going? In case you haven't noticed, the chat is full of insults. None of them are directed at you. I don't think any of them are directed at anyone. We're apparently sharing clever insults. I don't know if I actually want to add a stone here, but I feel like I want to add a stone here, so we're gonna try it. Oh, no, I like that idea. Let's go with. Now let's. Yeah, let's try that. And then we'll put 2 there like so. Nope. There. Might work out, might not. This is where Juan needs to turn on me and insist that the insults are somehow my fault. As if he didn't start it all. Alright, so we kept 2 sheep, 1 chicken. Sure is a shame we don't need more sheep because they're just like running around our base. Let's domesticate a boar, a chicken, another chicken. Is feathers a thing that we need more of? No, I mean, I wouldn't say we're really short on feathers, so let's do it. Such a big world, so much space. And the only chickens in it were the 3 out there. Or I guess that was only 2 chickens. If I need 1 more. All right, I guess 3 chickens is what I will have for a while, hopefully. Oh, there is another chicken. Excellent. There, we can get back up to 4 chickens. Yeah, it's so like I understand why games have big updates. I really do. But there should be the option of I just want to play the game. Let me ignore the update. And an example of a game that sort of thinks that way is Supreme Commander, because the people updating that game are people who play that game. It's like it's been abandoned by, or I shouldn't call it abandoned. It was a game that was released, supported, and then so old that they basically stopped supporting it very fairly, but people weren't done playing it. So fans of the game kept updating it, and those patches you can actually play without patching it. You can keep playing it. Like you can get like 3 patches behind while still playing online with other people, and it doesn't break the game. And it's like, why can't these big giant companies do that? All right, so we'll do some carrots and some corn. Make our poor farmers start walking. Storage, food. That's what I'm looking for. Food and seed, that's what it's called. Take a barrel right there, build that, and we should be good. Yeah, I guess security is a thing that I do need to consider, that I, as a person who doesn't need to consider as much, just don't see, like, it's not the deal for me that it is for them. That's fair. But also, do better, big companies, do better. Are you trying to suggest that playing at basically like 10:30 is too late? It sounds like you're trying to make some judgments on life there, Jeff. Yeah, that's definitely with how much I've been working. There is a conscious effort on my part to not go into like a vampire mode, not just exist for nighttime and nighttime only. Mind you, I guess I do still have something sort of regulating my days. Like uh 2 weeks ago, 5 out of the 7 days I had something swords going on. And then this week I had swords on Monday, Tuesday, and then I have swords on Thursday, and I'm also going to do swords on Friday. And I could totally go do swords on Saturday, but I am going to actually be a responsible adult and choose to do something else instead, like stream Valheim in the evening. Well, I was going to do that anyway, so that's fine. Swords. I like swords. Or sorry, I like swords. Which I do feel is like kind of an incorrect statement. I don't really like swords. I spend a bunch of time doing swords things and basically love practicing sword play and like talking about sword, basically different sword systems. No, that's not. Yeah, that's all flat out a lie. I like swords. It's fair to just say I like swords. I'm gonna try to make some argument for that, like somehow technically not being the case, but it just really isn't true. Yes, S words. Can't tell if the emoji is like dabbing over swords or if the emoji is like throwing away a sword. There's so much that could be going on. Yes, dab on the sword. I do wonder how long I'll have to do swords before I can basically go a month without learning something and going, oh wow, this is a big thing that I've just learned about swords. Well, I guess that really doesn't happen every month, but like it still happens pretty frequently where I will have something click and go, wait, something that I didn't get before, or at least didn't get, like I thought I got, but it clicks and I go, oh, this is a bigger deal than I thought. This is something that means more than what I ever gave it credit for. Alright, so this is miscellaneous. So I'm gonna have to add more miscellaneous down here for destroying that miscellaneous up there. How about we don't build there? Yeah, so like I would very happily discover something new and cool about swords every month for the rest of my life. But I also feel like at some level, inevitably that can't go on forever. I don't know. Maybe it just can. On the one hand, I would like for it to stop because if it stops, in theory, it should mean that it's stopping because I have learned so much about swords that it is difficult to really continue to keep growing at the same rate. So one of the things, like as a mechanic, when I was doing like when I was doing my apprenticeship, you learn cool new things all the time. But as you've been doing it longer, suddenly you get to a point where it's not cool new things like there's not constantly cool new things. But every once in a while still, I'll learn something and go, oh, I did not realize, like I didn't realize that you could put something together that way. I didn't realize that this was a system you could use. that would work. And it is always cool. Learning stuff is always great. Like I can't imagine ever being like, nope, I'm done learning. I don't want to learn more. Yeah, that's one of those things one of the things that just is kind of nifty about doing swords is that people don't understand that you can sword fight. This is a thing you can do as a hobby. So sometimes you just like blow people's mind by they went, wait, what? You can do what? Yeah, basically, so for me this weekend, the big sort of click moment. And I feel like this was one of the things that should have been obvious, but it really wasn't, not for me. All right, we've got another skeleton somewhere. Where is the bugger? Yeah, charge him. Is so like if you're looking at sword techniques, you can kind of like you can go, well, this attack, this cut, this whatever thing that I can do has like a average percentage of landing. Like if I just throw a very simple cut and I just basically try to throw it as well as I can, try to not telegraph it and just really refine it. I can basically go, well, against an average fighter, this is going to work 50% of the time or 70% of the time. And people really like people who get big into tournament fighting. It's always you're looking for what techniques can I use that will work 80 to 90% of the time. What are I can just throw this and it will work very consistently. That's what people are going for. That's what people want. They want to be able to just, I swing my sword, I tag my opponent, fight's over. Um, but the things that work best, those really high percentage moves, really rely on you just getting like mastery of being able to set that up. If you're not in a place to be able to set it up, it is difficult to just do that. Oh, there's getting too many skeletons here. Annoying amounts of skeletons. Anyway, so the thing I realized was that a lot of these really high percentage moves only work if you really, really get good at sword fighting, at that self-mastery stuff. But a lot of sword techniques, like the lower percentage stuff that get taught, they're still put in the manuals. And the reason they're put in the manuals is if you are just, like if you go to a tournament and you're the best fighter there, well, congratulations. You can basically just pull out a simple technique, make it work, and win a lot of the time. But a lot of these other moves, what they rely on is they first, they basically provoke your opponent into doing something. And when your opponent gets provoked, they'll basically their guard will not be as tight as it normally would be. Oh yeah, you are more hurt than I thought you were. How about you run away? But yeah, so when your opponent is pulled out of position, they are now more vulnerable, and you can hit them. Oh, this is bad. That was a really nasty bow shot. But anyway, yeah. So the move. So the like, I guess I've explained a bunch of crap and not actually said what I like had the moment of learning was when you are a less experienced fencer fencing against people who are as good as you or slightly above your level. The 100% moves are not the best moves. They're not the things you should focus on. So the move set that you're going to use depends on your skill level and your opponent's skill level. Uh, and I'd never really thought about it. I just thought of there's always a best move for every situation, but I never thought of where your skill level versus your opponent's skill level has a completely different set of moves that really become the ones that you should be focusing on learning, the ones that you're going to make the best use of. I did not mean to click you out of being builder, but I need someone to be an archer. That is going to be Bran. No, we're going to use Dorothy. Dorothy has an archery of 4. No, not sure if I actually have hiccups or not, but I think my body's lying to me and trying to tell me I do. Well, and that is so the move that I kind of would say was my most successful technique for the weekend is a move that we kind of refer to it as the rose. And what it is that I will cut out to my opponent. My opponent will cut out to meet my sword. So we both basically cut out so that our swords will sort of meet in the middle of our fight. That's where a lot of fights really begin. We call that the bind, where the two swords have met. But people are looking for that. People want to go there. They want to meet there. So what I do is go, okay, yeah, absolutely, we're going to go there. But just before our swords meet, I will basically, because people have a tendency, they will then pull their sword towards your sword, no longer towards you. The moment you stop threatening me, I get to ignore your sword. Your sword stops being a threat to me. Your sword is now a threat to my sword. Well, my sword doesn't have feelings. You can hit my sword all you want. I don't care. So I get to just pull my sword, drop it around yours, and basically I'm going to attack you while ignoring your sword. I basically started, there's 3 fights where I basically started the fight and just immediately did that, and I won. The fight was over. And that's one of those things. That's not something I would normally consider a high percentage move, but because of the fact that it gets your opponent to move, it got them to move in a way where it left a big opening. I'm definitely skilled enough to take advantage of that big opening. They had small openings that I could have tried to take advantage of earlier than that, but making a bigger opening before committing to the attack worked out there. All right, what else? So what else do I need to farm? Let's do potatoes. And turnips. Yeah, it's like I before getting into doing fencing, getting into doing sword fighting, if you had asked me, I would have said, yeah, of course, sort of like combat's going to have deception. Like deception's a part of all battle. I definitely knew enough that I figured that much was obvious. But I wouldn't have ever guessed that the amount of combat that is simply deception is as high as it is. Because it really just is. Almost all of combat is just straight up deception. Lie to your opponent. Lie with your sword, lie with your shoulders, lie with your eyes. If you can manage it, lie with your words. Tell your opponent something, but it's a case of make them believe something that you can use against them. If you want to beat someone in any sort of fight, you need them to believe you and then not basically follow through on whatever it is that they believe you on. I'm surprised the skeletons didn't actually follow over. In fact, just flat out a little bit confused about the fact they didn't. Really managed to fill that area out pretty good. So, you know what I should have done is I should have put the food and everything else barrel in the center. Wait, why do I have 2 workers? I've always had 2 workers. Disloyal and quick learner. Well, the loyalty really doesn't matter, but you know what? They can be a miner. I need the miners more than the worker or the builders right now. Crafting Spirit has a very, shall we call it, full laugh when watching TV or whatever it is that she is watching. She does not laugh half-heartedly. Although I swear, I don't think she normally laughs like this. She laughs like this mostly if she has headphones on. I'll stop talking about how you laugh when the people in the chat stop hearing the way you laugh. A wolf has been spotted. Fantastic. Just what I wanted. All right, well, at least they can't come walking in my back door. But you are going to go for a walk. Because you need to not be there. just not carrying enough arrows, but other than that, that's fantastic. We'll see how much, basically if she stops laughing simply because she is aware that other people are aware of her laughing, or if she is going to like imminently forget that this was a thing and start laughing again. But I do agree. Laughter is good. We always need more laughter. Never less. Alright, so we've got a corn farm, a carrot farm, a potato farm, and a turnip farm. So let's do a pumpkin farm. That took me too long to get. I was definitely like happiness, as in like appies, as in like appetizers. I don't understand what about appetizers could be rated for adults. Skeletons been spotted. Oh. You know, how about you just don't? Have you considered not? Not would be great. How about you just go for a walk? We'll let an archer do that job. I mean, you could attack at any moment now. Any moment would be great. Yeah. Well done. Good work. So, are we just spotting the skeleton we already... Yeah, that was a skeleton we already saw. All right. Oh. No, that is a second. Yeah, have a good night, Jeff. And another skeleton. This might end up being too many skeletons. If you could start attacking them, that'd be great. Nope. What you need to do is get the heck out of there. Because we can't have you running up to archers and not hitting them. That ends up being a bit of a problem. Oh, that is... Ouch. You need to go for a nap is what you need to do. Oh, and of course it's going to be a skeleton that has a giant sword. Sword that hurts no matter what sort of armor you're wearing. So Juan, is Jeff also Texan? Getting all his y'alls out there. All y'all are Texan? Okay, how about you go for a walk over here, Jonathan? And how about you go where I tell you to go? Why are you not... Okay, there. Jonathan spotted a wolf. Who would have ever guessed that such a thing could happen? He's about to see a lot of wolves. The wolves will kill you if you don't. Oh my goodness. He could single-handedly murder all the wolves, but he's apparently decided to be a coward. Yeah, have a good night, chap. At least the wolves don't know what to do. You need to not get shot by wolves is what you need to do. Or not shot by wolves. Get bit by wolves. Oh, that was painful. Why must you shoot from back there? Why is it not acceptable to shoot from here? Alright, well, no one died somehow in that particularly terribly done bit of combat. So we're just going to have to pretend like that was a success for now. Are you kidding me? You were injured, you were in the castle, and you decided that would be a good time to go and hunt for some skeletons. I have questions, but I don't have small enough words to ask you the questions. How about you don't go attack the wolves? There are people who are specifically equipped to attack wolves. You are not one of them. So this I'm very curious as to what my forager is doing. Well, it appears to be the answer is not foraging. Did my forager die somewhere in here and I was unaware of it? Either I've changed my forager's job, or they died. Hmm. All right, well, you're a quick learner. I guess we'll just go with you. So that's cotton and flax. All right, let's go with, I feel like corn's a good. So let's do, we'll do another row of corn right here. Oh. Oh no, that still needs to be mined. That's what's going on there. There's still a enemy there, but that is fine. Oh. Boy, I do ever wonder how I could have lost my herder. We just put him back to being a miner for now. A wolf has been spotted by Jonathan. Well, that should not be a problem, because Jonathan can kill wolves. He should be very capable of this. Alright, we'll put him back to being a forager. Oh, happy birthday then. Say, well, the wolf had it coming. Him and his, like, 27 brothers. I would love to, if this game allowed you to, like, tame the wolves. That would be amazing. But, that. Why do I get the feeling this is probably going to be a problem? And no one hurt each other. Okay, no, that ended up going pretty well, I have to say. Much better than I thought it would. Yeah, it's at this point that you need to go home and heal up. That's what you need to do. Of course, Nicole's going to go swim across the river. But yeah, I hope your day's going well, FS22. I'm pretty much at the end of mine. I think this live stream is kind of winding down, but it has been a good day. All right, plant some potato. And then plant some wheat, because we need that wheat to feed the farm animals. All right, well, this should be fine unless this suddenly goes horribly, horribly wrong, like it has been doing for the last while. Now, I don't know if the burnt trees down here have just been here for a while, or if there's actually an active necromancer. No sign that anything's currently burning, so that's all right. A wolf has been spotted. And there's a pig walking along my walls. I don't even know. They just manage to get everywhere, don't they? Nope, there's really only one thing you need to do, and that is not go out there to get yourself killed. Now, what are the chances this is just a stray wolf from the last pack, or is it going to be a full new pack? All right, let's mine up the area. So we got half of the dock here planted full of trees. That is excellent. Okay, the other half, and we might never even need to leave here to keep our wood supply good. Yeah, they've got a little bit of spider pig going on over here. Although once the pig gets onto the wall, it seems like the way the pig is stuck on the wall. So not quite really spider pig. This game does have spiders that will actually just literally crawl sideways up your walls. And I never ever appreciate it. It's always a pain in the butt. Because your soldiers will run after them, but they'll just like run over the wall, and your soldiers don't know, like your soldiers aren't good at figuring out how to chase that. So sometimes they'll be stuck trying to figure out how to get to a enemy that's up on a wall. Oh yeah, I guess Dorothy can go back to being a herder. There are probably farm animals that need feeding. Yeah. This is definitely, I think one of the reasons I keep coming back to this game is simply it has that really strong, like it gets me with the, I just want to do one more thing. I always want to just have a little bit more to do. Just if I can get this one thing, then I'm done for the day. And you never actually get, like by the time you get that thing done, there's 2 more things to do. It's always just a little bit more to be done. That's a weird way to farm there, Mr. Farmer, but all right. You want to farm from the cliff? Go for it. Yeah, now in theory, this farm down here should provide a lot more food. Keep my food numbers up, which will get me more, because I am down to 14 villagers. I'd like to get those numbers back up. I still only have roads attached to the 2 corners of the map, and to get new villagers, you want to be attached to all 4 corners. But I also, if I attach roads to these corners, I'm pretty sure those villagers are just going to die rather than actually make it to my village. The landscape up there is, it's rough. It's harsh. Oh, we have someone come into their village. Their default trade is archer, and if they actually are good for that, maybe we'll leave them as that. All right. No traits at all. No good, no bad. We will 100% take you, but you are absolutely not staying as a archer. We are going to turn you into a farmer. And then hopefully we can get more miners soon. So the plan of basically terraforming this entire map, I will need more than 3 miners. Might help if you pick a block that someone else isn't standing on to try to mine. Who am I to judge the way you do your job, though? Okay, either way, I'm gonna shut down the stream. So definitely was much busier than I was expecting on a Wednesday night. I don't know if maybe Wednesday night's not such a terrible idea. Not that I actually have the time to stream on a Wednesday night, but either way, things to think about. You all have a good night, and we'll see you later. And if it's not night wherever you are, then I hope you have a good morning or good afternoon.